Hey there, I'm Garth. I'm the animation tutor. I create a whole bunch of courses and mentorships that are specifically built for students to build their portfolio to get into their top choice animation schools. I've been helping young artists become animators for over 10 years now, and I've gotten over 100 students into colleges like Sheridan, Seneca, Capilano, RISD, SVA, CalArts, Gobelins, and the Animation Workshop in Denmark. I've taught students from all around the globe get into these incredible animation schools, and honestly, it's never hard to get students excited about animation because it's such an incredible medium. So check out my website to see all the courses and mentorships that I offer, or book a meeting with me and I can kind of go through all the different learning resources that we have with you. Thanks for listening and enjoy the student interview. Hey Ree, how are you?
Hi, Garth. It's so nice to hear your voice again.
Yeah, it's been a little while, I guess 2 or 3 months or so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually on my laptop right now, so I don't think I can be able to turn on my camera. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's no problem. That's
Yeah.
totally up to you. Well, congrats, Ree. This is great news. So you got into Capilano. It's a university, not a college, right?
Yeah, Capilano University.
Great. In the Okanagan Valley, I believe.
Yeah, Vancouver City. So
Incredible.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. So what did you do when you found out the good news?
I still can't believe I actually got in because Capilano's University's 3D animation program was my top choice program, and
Awesome.
that result came in the last. So it was a
Right.
bit underwhelming experience because all the other applications were already has been accepted.
That's
So
right.
it was really great, but also an underwhelming experience. I've been imagining the day I will get the results. I've been imagining the day what I will, experience how it will go. But it was just
Yeah.
any other day. But I'm still pretty psyched about it.
That's great. Well,
Mhm.
let's have a look through your portfolio.
Yeah, sure.
I'm especially looking forward to seeing this because as you and many of our viewers know, most of the portfolios that I'm helping with are Sheridan related, or at least peripheral, or CalArts
Yeah.
or Seneca, things like that. But Capilano it's funny because I keep hearing little murmurs about it, and it seems like it's definitely in like going to be one of those big schools as well, if not already. So it's really nice to see a different sort of portfolio. So
Yeah.
just to kind of review, because you sent me this, which was so great. The portfolio is very different. It's a little less like specific as Sheridan, where they're very precise about the kind of pieces they're looking for. Um,
Yeah.
so the Capilano portfolio just says it basically must consist of 15 to 24 images demonstrating your artistic skills, and then they give you kind of like some general ideas of some different categories to include: life drawing, prop and location design, which I thought was a
Yeah.
much more
They
animation
just want to know
friendly.
if you know the fundamentals.
Yeah, exactly. Original character designs, original drawings, design, sculpture, paintings, and computer graphics. So it's quite broad, but it doesn't tell you specifically like how much of each of those they want to see, just that that's the kind of things that they want to see. So basically stuff that's very related to the animation industry, which obviously
Right.
makes sense. I guess we'll just go through this piece by piece. I
Yep.
see some 3D work, which I'm very excited to see.
Actually, originally I was planning to apply for Sheridan, as you know. That's why I joined, one of your sessions. But
Yeah.
then, as I started researching more about the different programs, I came to the realization that I might want to go into some 3D animation
Yeah,
or even 3D modeling stuff. So I
sure.
researched about it a lot, reached out to people who were in 3D animation program,
Yeah.
and it turned out great. So I
Awesome.
just went with it.
That's great to hear. Okay, well we'll take a look at the images first and then we'll look at the videos after. So, okay. So some animal artworks, some digital and
Yes.
some traditional it looks like. Oh, I see. You're saying. So Clip Studio, Photoshop and the old color pencil software,
Yeah,
aka
these
traditional.
were these were from I think last year. I
Okay.
just wanted to include some I just wanted to let them know that I can work in different mediums,
Sure.
traditional and digital both. So
Great.
I just,
Okay. Oh, nice. Your Sheridan one.
yeah.
Right.
This was one of my first attempt at drawing, perspective drawing. So it was a bit difficult at first,
Hmm.
but yeah, it was
Great.
nice.
No, that's fantastic. Nice details on that house. Figure drawing. Okay, great. Oh, this is digital. Wow. You could hardly tell. Neat.
This was when I was learning human anatomy. I think it was I think this was before our session started. So
Okay, gotcha.
yeah,
Neat. It's cool to have some dynamic perspectives. That's something that we don't often see as part of the Sheridan portfolio, at least just because they really want to see from life. But if you
yeah,
can go beyond that, then of course you can get some cool kind of dramatic perspectives. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember this guy. Your character. Some hand drawings. Great. Ooh, I like this last one in particular. Okay, great. So some different anatomy, different kind of shapes and sizes of bodies.
rendering details has got to be one of my favorite parts of digital painting. So
Yeah.
this was one of my favorite parts of the portfolio,
Oh,
painting
great.
and rendering.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, wow, look at those hands. Very dramatic. Oh, your interior. Okay, great. It's nice to see the process too. I think that's probably a great thing. I think, teachers always like to see how you think, not just what your
Yeah,
final work looks like. So it's great to see that you're sharing that. Long poses. Okay, so these are traditional, it looks like. Those look like photographs.
yeah, these were figure drawings. I drew those on paper and I think with charcoal. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was a charcoal pencil.
nice. Oh, more materials. Oh, this is fun, a material study. The nice thing about this is that obviously this is your digital paintings, but
Yeah,
this is also very, very relatable to someone that's going to be doing 3D, where you have to kind of define the different attributes of a material, of a surface shader, and kind of determine, how shiny is this? How matte is it? What's the bumpiness level like? Like, are there going to be normal maps, displacement maps? Those kind of details are very critical for 3D. So it's nice to kind
right.
of have some traditional understanding of that. That must
Yeah.
have been fun.
Yeah. Rock studies and material studies feel so relaxing to me. I don't know
Yeah,
what's that about, but it's just I can let my head rest a bit and let my hand take over the stylus. So it's a
sure.
relaxing process.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, and some more gestural works. Nice. Wow, look at that first one. I was like, wait, where's the head? But I see that it's kind of twisted towards us. So yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Nice.
Figure drawing was one of the challenging part of the portfolio, I think, for me at least.
For you and many others,
Yeah.
it is a commonly one of the most difficult areas for students because it's so
Right.
different. And also, a
But
lot of
I was
students are more comfortable working digitally, so to work with charcoal on paper is a different thing.
Yeah, it's like I know the information, it's stored in my brain, but
Yeah,
I couldn't communicate it with my hands. So I was
yeah.
like, yeah, I know how this works. I know where this line is going to be, but
Mhm.
I just couldn't do it on paper. It was really challenging at first.
Especially for a short pose, I imagine, where you don't have a lot of time to
Yes,
get that gesture in.
exactly.
Oh, great. Nice. Yeah, I remember really liking this guy. Oh, and you've got some of the kind of steps to get there. I remember
Yeah, I
seeing
wanted to
so
include
many.
some exploration stages too.
Yeah.
So
I can't remember, Reed, did you take world building and character design or did you do this in animation fundamentals?
No, I think I enrolled for Animation Fundamentals 1.
Gotcha.
Originally, I was planning to do the second part too, but then I decided I wasn't going to Sheridan,
Yeah.
so I just
Neat.
focused on 3D concepts later on.
That's great. Yeah. Nice. Yep. Remember her too. Awesome. Okay, so let's look at the 3D stuff, which obviously, if you're gonna be, so what was the program called exactly? Just 3D animation?
Yeah, it's called 3D Animation for Films and Games Diploma. It's a 2-year diploma.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
so I think it has both animation pipeline for films and games.
Yeah.
So can
So definitely
choose.
very important to actually show some 3D work then, I would say, for a 3D related program. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess there's an
I agree.
element of like they're going to teach you how to do that, but if you can show a
Yeah,
little
it
bit,
was definitely a bonus for me. It wasn't mandatory to add your 3D works.
that makes sense.
So I think it was definitely a bonus. Also, my educational background is technical, so I think that
Great.
was a bonus too.
Okay. Neat. You even have some simple shadows in there.
Yeah, it feels a bit dark, but
Yeah.
I added it anyway because I worked really hard on those trees.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be the only thing that I would probably, well, just two things. I would probably rotate it slightly slower, and give it a little more light, but we can see
Uh-huh.
it. Especially, like, you're right, those trees are incredible. I would love to see those more. So even adding, so you've got your sort of key, it looks like kind of like a moonlight, and obviously the illuminated light from the place itself. I would add probably one more little sort of secondary light to the side just to kind of get a bit of that because it's just so
Yeah.
dark over here. But I mean, we do see the form, so that's really neat. Yeah, really cool. Let's see
I
that.
wasn't really going to add this one, but then
Yeah, you
I
want
just
that
it
one more
wouldn't hurt.
boost. Sure. Ooh, Unity, fun. So game engine.
Yeah, this was a small helicopter demo I did in Unity. The
Okay,
model was rendered in Blender. So
nice.
I just added a bit of C# scripting in it so that they know that I do have some programming knowledge too.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that you've included like what it does to. Oh wow, look at
Yeah,
that.
I didn't want to do a voiceover, so I just wrote
Sure.
it on screen.
Cool. Nice job, Ree. That's really neat. It's nice to see something like actually in a game engine. That really communicates that like, look, I'm interested in games. I'm already like understanding, trying to learn how to use the engines. That's really nice. Oh,
Okay, so this is one of my top pieces, I
yeah.
think.
Hmm.
So when I started learning Blender, I think I bought a course from Udemy. I think it was from artist Gustavo Rosa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but his course was I don't know 2 weeks long.
Okay.
So I was following along with that tutorial and then tried to make a similar version of it, but I tried to give it a newer line to it.
Sure.
It's a concept, it's an original concept. I took inspiration from one of his models and
Yeah.
tried adding my own idea of a rusty robot, which recently got reactivated after sensing a life in the form of leaf sprouting out of
Cool.
his hand.
Great.
So yeah, that
I just
was
want to
kind of the
note
idea.
a few things here because there's
Mm-hmm.
for folks that don't know 3D animation, aside from actually just modeling this, I see a lot of interesting stuff happening in those surface
Yeah.
in the surfacing. So you've got like a very specular material, the metal, but then it looks like you've
Mhm.
got these rusty parts. I'm guessing that was part of the course to kind of demonstrate your ability to use like specular maps and normal maps and bump maps, I'm guessing.
Yeah, not really in the course, but I was trying to learn some more materials from YouTube videos, and I came
Sure.
across this really good video about materials,
Neat.
and then I just tried to follow along the tutorial of the rusty material and
Great.
added some few parameters. It
Yeah,
was
like
using mapping.
it's very easy to take that kind of thing for granted for viewers, but that I know because I've done it a bit. That's a lot of work to get
Yeah,
into the mapping, and you're plugging all these different maps into different like shaders and making sure that the light
yeah,
doesn't
also.
reflect as much in those rusty areas as it does the metal areas. So really neat, Ree. This is great.
Yeah. The interface can be really intimidating at first because
Yeah.
the limitless functionalities the software has to offer and everything, but you kind of get used to it after a while.
Yeah. And you're definitely going to get used to it once you're in university. So
Yeah, hopefully.
nice. Okay, wonderful. So, I've got those questions for you. So, what would be your top 3 tips for future applicants that are also trying to get into Capilano for 3D animation?
Okay, so maybe this is because I applied to 3D animation program. This won't exactly apply to all the students applying for 2D, but I would say that start learning 3D software. Even if you're not applying to 3D program, or even if you don't like doing 3D stuff, it wouldn't hurt to at least try, because when I was doing all those interior and perspective drawings, it really helped me when I was visualizing all those things were pretty easier
Sure.
when I was doing those interiors and everything. Learning 3D concepts and Blender simultaneously helped a lot in this journey. It was easier to visualize concepts like focal point, cone of vision, and horizon line, and all of that.
Great.
So I think I would suggest new students to at least start learning 3D software. You don't have to be a master at it, but at least start somewhere. My second tip would be, brainstorming and planning phase is the most important part of your process. This is the most important, this is the thing I liked about our sessions. You gave us a whole week in character designing, week, I guess it was. We had 1 week to brainstorm the character design, and then we had to draw it in the next week. That I really liked how that was structured. So I think brainstorming really helped me bring out the Shukra design that's in my character design session.
Yeah, I remember that because for anyone watching, so week 4 of Animation Fundamentals 1, there's this whole writing exercise involved in creating a character profile to kind of imagine who your character is before you even have them designed. Because I really like any designed character to have a clear story that is able to kind of manifest through them. And then in week 5, you're kind of sketching that character, and then in week 6, we do the character rotation. So that's even a shortened process from what it would normally be like. But it's nice that this is what we basically ended up with by the final week 6. So that's really great to hear that was helpful, Ree.
Yeah. Okay. Did I do the third tip? No. Oh yeah. So my third tip would be iterations. Do a lot of iterations of your artworks, because you have nothing to lose. I mean, even if you think that your first one was better than your latest artworks, it still wouldn't hurt to get an additional practice.
Sure.
So I would say iterate.
Great. And was there anything in particular that you felt gave you an edge in your portfolio? I mean, probably your 3D work. I don't know. That's what
absolutely. I would say the same. It was overwhelming and difficult at first because, there's a lot of things to do at once.
Yeah.
But I would say it's definitely worth learning 3D concepts, and that's what bring my portfolio to where it is right now.
Sure.
I would say.
Okay, great. And what would you emphasize the most for next year's students and parents to take from your success? Especially think about parents, because I a lot of the folks who watch these videos are probably parents, and they want to know, how can they support their kid who wants to study animation?
Yeah, no, I get it, because as an international student, I know how overwhelming it can get for students as well as the parents. Maybe it's more.
It's more what? Sorry.
Position to give. Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I think it maybe just blocked out for a second. You said it's more something?
Yeah, so I was saying, as an international student, I know how it can be overwhelming for students and parents.
Yeah.
So my suggestion would be to reach out to people, to alumni, to the students that went to the same program as you.
Yeah.
I remember I reached out to a lot of students, to a lot of alumni on LinkedIn, and I was just going through the grad show of Capilano University and found some of the students on LinkedIn. So, and I just casually texted them, I'm applying to Capilano University. Would you be able to share your experience? How was it? And everything, all that. So I would say I had a lot of information from them. I think that would be really beneficial, even for parents, not just students. Even parents can just reach out to people and alumni and get to know more about the university or college that you're applying to.
Great.
I would say try to learn more about the college and the field that your kids are going into, because I remember telling my mother, I used to explain to her everything, what I'm going to do next in 2 years, what I'm planning to do in a few years, what exactly animation industry is, what I will be doing in a job, what I will be doing as a job in an
Sure.
animation industry and everything, because it's not exactly known in here. So
Yeah.
it's really important to educate yourself all these
Sure.
fields.
Okay,
So
great. And with unlimited resources at your disposal and a giant team of artists and animators, what would your dream future animation project look like?
yeah, this is a really good question, but I really haven't thought about a specific project yet. But I believe in importance of representation and inclusion. So I think I would like to be um, in a project that would aim to aspire and leave a lasting impact on audiences while pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the world of animation. So I think
Great.
I would create a diverse cast of characters from various backgrounds, ethnicities, perspectives, and everything. Their unique traits, growth arcs, so that the audience can connect with and invest in their journeys. And
Great.
with unlimited resources, I think I would aim for cutting edge animation techniques, combining traditional 2D animation techniques with the latest computer graphics. So I
Great.
think I would aim for all that, but let's see how it
Nice.
goes.
That's great. Well, thanks so much, Ree. This has been great. It's nice to see your whole portfolio and some different work than what I would typically see in an animation portfolio for Sheridan. So, yeah, really nice work. Congratulations, and I hope it goes well, and I look forward to seeing what you create in university.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All
And
right.
thank you so much for your help.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad it was helpful.
Yeah.
Take care.
Okay. Yeah, take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.